Close your eyes. Can you hear me breathing? Clear your mind. It's my love you're holding. Run away. Stay wherever you want to stay. Take it in. It is freedom that you feel. It is freedom that you feel. It is freedom that you feel. Close your eyes. Can you hear me calling? Free your mind. It is love you're holding. Run away. Stay wherever you want to stay. Take it in. It is freedom that you feel. It is freedom that you feel. It is freedom that you feel. It's freedom that you feel. It's freedom that you feel. It's freedom that you feel.
All right, we're back at it. Live market observation. Mark Fuller, TeamAlliance. Gonna get on the charts, take a look, see what's going on. Market at the moment looking actually pretty good. Euro dollar. For any of you who are new, If you haven't been here before, please make sure that you like the video. Right now, we're streaming live on 3 platforms: YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Be sure to share the video and like the video. If you're on Twitter, retweet. Also like the video. If you are tuning in on Facebook, give the video a heart. Also share the video and also follow the TeamAlliance page. All right. Be sure to do all of the above to ensure that you have the best chance of being notified when we go live. If you're not in the TeamAlliance Facebook group, the public one, be sure to join that group as well. For some reason, anytime a notification goes out in the group, you'll always get it. So that's definitely the way to ensure that regardless of what's going on, when I'm live, you'll get a notification because the notifications always go through when you're in the group for some reason. Sometimes notifications won't go out on the platforms, like YouTube. I'll be live and you don't get a notification for some reason, or it comes late, or whatever the case may be. All right. So do all that I mentioned to ensure that you receive notifications when we're live and you tune into these observations. The same thing applies for the podcast when I do that in the daytime. You definitely don't want to miss anything when we're live. All right. So we're just right now doing some market observation. The platform that you're looking at, this is NADEX. NADEX is powerful, man. This is a powerful platform. This really makes it, possible for you to exploit other individuals who are trading on the platform that do not know as much as you do about the market. That's really what it is. That, what it boils down to is when you understand the market, especially at a high level, meaning you can interpret behavior, you know what the movement means. You know what it means as far as the timing of the binaries that you can trade on this platform. When you know that information, it really separates you from everyone else on the platform who trades, even if they're not trading against you. Knowing what the market is doing and being able to take that information and apply it to a trade that basically you can determine the outcome of, very few people can claim that they can do that. Very few. If you're on TeamAlliance, you can make that claim because that's what we do. Even if you don't think that you're doing it yet, the fact that you're learning the process that we apply and that we use in the market, the fact that you're learning that means that you are being introduced to it until you know it. So it starts with, getting into training and starting to learn and understand the process, starting to work on your mindset and everything necessary for you to execute the process. And as you do that, what you'll see happening is elevation. In other words, you're going to just start doing things differently, period. primarily within your own brain, within your mind, things will start changing. You'll start to realize that you don't have as much patience as you thought that you had. And it's okay that you're being exposed. But what I want you to do is to embrace the fact that you're being exposed. It's not a bad thing. You have to be exposed, because if you're never exposed, you'll just continue to do the things that you do and not understand why you're doing them. See, a lot of times people will try to do something, they try to learn something, but if they don't have their mindset where it needs to be, they're not going to do it right. It doesn't matter what it is. So something as precise as what we do with the market definitely requires that mindset. And if you don't have it, you'll find that you'll have difficulty, because you'll be doing everything except the process that you're actually being trained to do. You'll figure out a way to mess it up. And the funny thing about it is that in your mind, you think that you're doing it and you're not. So the reason that I talk about this is because it's very important that you understand this is the dynamic that you're dealing with even before you start training, so that you're prepared. Because if you don't understand that, it's going to slow down your progress. Period. Everything will slow down. Why? Because you'll be doing things that you have no business doing, thinking that you're doing what you're being trained to do, and you're not. The market is something very interesting, because the market never changes, even though it always changes. Let me say that again. The market never changes, even though it's always changing. Now, what do I mean by that? In other words, it always does whatever it wants to do. It never does anything different than that. See? And hopefully you'll catch that. It's like, well, damn, what the hell did he just say? It always does what it wants to do. And it never does anything different. In other words, it's always going to do whatever it wants to do, which is whatever it's doing at the time. Now, the problem is you don't know how to interpret that yet. And what people will do is they'll get on a platform where they can trade, such as NADEX, and they'll start taking trades because they're trading the instrument instead of being in tune with the market, so that they can simply trade at the right time and be successful and win. Profits on this platform is not about good trades. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Mark, I thought I thought we were trying to find good trades. No, it's not about good trades. People take good trades all the time and be losing them. Damn, that was a good trade, man. But in the last few seconds, man, the market did something. Oh, okay. Look at what they're saying. In the last few seconds, the market. They didn't say in the last few seconds the trade. You if you ever listen to someone talk about when they lost, they'll always make a reference to what the market did. They'll never say anything about the trade, because they thought that the trade was good. They thought that the trade was a good setup. They're trading the plan that they have, right? Whatever their plan is. what you do is you make sure you have this and you have that. And as long as you have this, that, and the third, you take the trade. What you're doing is trading a setup. Now, the market overrides the setups. And this is where confusion comes in for many people. Damn near everybody. Everybody gets confused by that because they can't understand how they lost a trade that looks so good. They'll see a trade, oh man, that was a good trade, man. I don't know what happened. What happened is the market. So if you fall in love with a trade strategy, right? If you fall in love with how you're picking trades, right? What you're really doing is falling in love with coin flipping. That's really what you're in love with. You're in love with the coin flip. You like, hey, it's gonna be heads. I always it's been flipped. It's been landing on the heads every time I flipped. Man, I got shit. My strategy works. Just because you've landed on heads 15, 16 times in a row. Then you flip the coin and it lands on tails, and you don't know why it landed on tails. See, look, this is the problem. Anytime you can't explain why, that's why you lost. If you don't understand why you lost, that's why you lost. This shit is crazy how this comes out. Like, it's so funny because it sounds funny, but it's true. That is so true. Just listen to what I just said. If you don't know why you lost, that's why you lost. It's crazy, right? But it's so true. So anyway, what I do and what I train students of TeamAlliance to do is to study and observe the market all the time. Well, Mark, when do you trade? We don't. Well, how do you make any money? We literally remain in alignment with the market, and the market gives us money. What does that even mean? When you learn how to interpret what the market is doing, you'll understand whether or not it's the right time or the wrong time to be in a trade. Not which trade to be in. This is going to get deep. Listen. Most people are trying to figure out which trade to be in. You should be learning how to understand the market so that you'll know when to be in. Not when to get in. Hold on, let me clarify what I'm saying. Not when to enter the trade, when to be in any trade. Hold on, man. I think this is going to help a lot of people. I was doing this last week. I was touching on this. People are fascinated by good trades, good entries, good pricing. Ooh, I got in at 30. I got in a sell at 30, yo. I'm gonna make $30 on this trade. Nobody gives a shit how much you're gonna make hypothetically. We want to be clear on the fact that we're going to make money, period. Not how much we're gonna make on that one trade just because we happen to get a better price. People are concerned about the price. Oh, well, Mark, I know that we like to enter at 17 on the sell, but couldn't we enter at a better price? Can we enter at 30? Maybe 35? Well, what if I told you that the pricing has more to do with what the market's doing than the option? Hold on. What? What are you talking about, Mark? The option pricing has more to do with whether or not the market is stable. If the market's not stable, you can have the best pricing in the world and lose. But you got a great price though. Oh, I got in this sell at 50. Ooh, man, 1-to-1. You got straight into a coin flip. That's what you got into. Because you don't understand the behavior of the market to know whether or not the side of the option that you selected is going to be the winning one. See, this is not about what price you entered at, how early you entered the trade. This is about whether or not the market is stable enough to hold its position when you're in a trade. Why is that important? Because the market holding the position that it's in when you're in the trade means that whatever position you're in is going to be a winning position because the market is going to hold the position. If that market don't hold that position, you got problems. And it'll be the reason why you lose a trade that looked like it was going to win. I was winning until 15 seconds, man. I'm calling NADEX because they be, I think somebody's monitoring my account, man. Ain't nobody monitoring your account, including you, because you don't even know what you're looking at in your account. You picking trades. You definitely don't know what you're looking at. But when you actually take heed to what I'm talking about, you begin to understand for yourself that it really is observation. When you look at the market, you begin to understand the correlation between the position of the market, the strike prices. You start taking things into consideration like where the market is and how it's moving. All right, I see the market is here and look at how it's moving. Things are making more sense to me. Oh, that's why that one held. Oh, that's why that one was a winning trade. Oh, that's why he won that trade. See, you start to get things revealed to you by the market. Has nothing to do with the trades. The trades come. Question is, should you be in a trade right now? Any trade. See? Not are you going to pick a good trade? Question is, are you going to pick the best time to trade? A lot of this is educational, even though, I might joke around and laugh and stuff. It's funny to me because most people don't understand. Still. Most people still don't get it. And they still repeat the same things over and over again. They stay in trade mode. I constantly talk about not being in trade mode. I constantly talk about not trading. Stop trading. Stop. Well, Mark, what do you mean stop trading? I thought we were supposed to trade. No, the objective is for us to win the trades, to not just trade for the sake of trading. That's not what I'm here for. Is that what you're here for? Or are you here to learn how to be consistently profitable and build a business with this? I don't know. I don't know if that's what you're here for, but that's what I'm clearly here for. And in order to do that, you have to become in tune with the market. Why is the market so important? The market decides if you win or lose. So if you don't take the time to understand that, how are you going to know why you're winning or why you're losing? How? You won't know. And because you'll be in the dark still, you'll keep coin flipping and you'll keep repeating the same mistakes over and over again. You thought last time, oh, well, I lost that one because I entered too late. No, you lost that one because you entered, period. The time that you entered into that trade was the wrong time. Well, Mark, what do you mean? How do you know that? How did the market move? Or it did something crazy in the last 10 seconds. Right? So if it did something crazy and the timing of it was at the end of that binary, the market is letting you know that it's not stable. It's letting you know that. And I guarantee you, even before you took that trade, it lets you know that. But because you were focused on the trade, you didn't see what the market was telling you about what it was doing at the time. And because of that, you lost the trade. So you being in the dark is one thing. Like many of you, I can't blame you for losing and not understanding why you lost, because that's where everybody is until they come into the light. But now after you hear me talk and after you hear this, you're responsible for what you're hearing because you're hearing the truth now. Now you start to hear things like, wait, you're talking about the market now. Damn, I never looked at it like that. Exactly. So now it's on you because now you've heard the truth. The truth is that you lose because you don't understand the market, not because you took a bad trade. That's the truth. No, it wasn't that, man. It's just, I just got to pick better trades. All right, keep trying to do that. Let's see how long it'll last next time. All right? Last time, how many trades did you win? About 14, 15? And then what happened? You lost? Okay. How often were you trading? I did that in a couple of days. Really? So it sounds to me like you're over trading and you don't know why you're in the trades. Terrible combination, buddy. It's only a matter of time before you blow your account again. So what'll happen is people will do that over and over again and they think that that's trading successfully. Well, I was doing good until, you were doing good until you lost. Problem is you don't know why you lost. In fact, you don't know why you was winning either. You don't know why you was winning either. So it really makes it difficult for you to do anything long term because you keep losing in the short term. And you keep repeating the same process that doesn't work. That process does not work. It's called coin flipping. There's another term that we use for it. It's called trade mode. See, when you're focused on trades, you can't focus on the market. When you're not focused on the market, you don't understand the market. If you don't understand the market, how can you understand how it moves? You don't even know what the movement means. Oh, well, Mark, sometimes I see it move like this, and then it looked like it was going to do this, and then it ends up doing that. Should I study candlestick patterns? No. Well, what indicator should I use? Nothing. The market is the indicator. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All you need to do is just watch it. Just watch. See, like, and I'm glad that the terminology that I use is what it is, because When I do these lives, it's exactly what I call it. It's a live market observation, not a live trade room. See, in a trade room, it insinuates that you come to get trades. Here, you come to get the knowledge of why to be in a trade. There's only one objective when we're in a trade: profit. That's it. So in order to do that, we need to be in alignment with the market, because the market is what delivers the profits. So if you're out of alignment with the market, why do you think that you keep losing? That's why. What I say is very true. Very true, man. All right, let me take a quick little thing. Let me see who's in here. Roll call. I see Stacy in the building. We Press was good. Jermaine is here. BCJ, I see. Maui Jeff. Orion. I see Sadiq. Danny G. Nico's in the building. Ray Young is here. I see SG. Kenneth Owens. Fonz and Young Yoda in the building. Young Yoda says a good trade is like a 3-pointer. I'd rather take an open layup. The cool thing about binaries is we can put value on the easy layup. What we do is like a layup worth 3 points. 3-point layup. I agree. That's a good analogy, Peleus. Very good. It's like a layup with no defense. You know what's funny too? It's like putting up a layup instead of dunking. There's no defense, nobody there, but you just lay it up anyway. You don't dunk it. In other words, we're not here to show off. We're not here to do anything extra. We're here to do the basics. The layup just puts the ball in the basket. We're not there to make it look fancy, right? Jermaine said, we dunking that though. Oh, man. After a while, you start dunking because you know that it's going to go in. Reginald, what's going on? Sharonda, what's happening? Yeah, so I think that, people, they way too often get confused and get caught up in the looks. Like, that's what trades are. Trade is like, you know what trade mode is? It's like vanity. It's like looking in the mirror all the time. You're so busy looking in the mirror, you don't even go outside. You're admiring yourself too much. Go outside so other people can admire you. All you gotta do is just glance in the mirror real quick, make sure that you're straight, and then go outside. It's like, what are you doing all of that for? Are you doing it for you? Just to stand in the mirror looking at yourself? Or are you just doing it because you want to look good and then you go out and move around and go on about your business? It's like, that's the difference. When you're in trade mode, you standing in the mirror all day. See? You sitting there looking, oh, I look so good. Ooh, this trade is good. It's like that. That's the equivalent. You're so busy admiring the trade, you forget about what wins the trade. You're so busy admiring yourself in the mirror, you forget to go outside. You got a whole fresh outfit on, you smell good, but you still standing in the mirror looking at yourself. Nobody else knows you smell good. Nobody else knows what you look like. They can't see your outfit at all because you ain't leave the house yet. You still in the mirror. That's trade mode. See? But when you just do what you do and you confidently walk outside, you understand why you're walking outside. You're walking outside so everybody else can appreciate you. That's market mode. Understanding. Like, I know it ain't for me. I don't do this for me. I do this for y'all. See? So, like, I use analogies and stuff to try to help you understand the difference, because most people don't understand. They're still looking at even when they train. Like, even when you start to train, it takes you time to realize what it is that you are focusing on. At first, you start focusing on the parameters a little bit. You're looking at like, that was a DQ because it was a back tick. Or that was a DQ because it was this. That was a DQ because it was that. When in actuality, you're not even looking in the last phase yet at all when you're in the market mode. Because before any of that takes place at all, you're looking at the market to see, is the market stable? Is it ranging? Is it? I wonder if it's clustering. Let me take a look. You start looking at the market different. You're not asking trade questions. You asking market questions. Is it ranging? Yep. Is it clustering? Not yet. Is there a barrier? Nope, not yet. Those are market questions. Is the movement stable? Nah, it's getting there though. But it's a little jerky still. Market questions. And what happens is when you ask market questions, you get market responses. And as the market is building itself into stability, stability is the key for a winning trade. So now when a trade does set up, you already know in advance that the market is stable. That's the trade that you're supposed to be in. You see? And after a while, as you continue to elevate and elevate, you become so good at recognizing stability that you know what the wrong time looks like and you know what the right time looks like. And you do absolutely nothing at the wrong time. You don't even entertain the idea of a trade at the wrong time. At all. At all. You also become okay with when the market does not give you a trade at the right time. There will be times when the market is presenting you with the right time. Behavior is right. Environment right. But no trade comes. This is what we train for. We develop discipline so that we don't do anything when no trade comes. The same way that when a trade does come, it's bang. We click. That trade sets up, time is right, it's click. No hesitation, no nothing. And we just rinse and repeat that over and over again. Let me see. Pele says long-term equals Y, win rate equals trade mode. Oh, long-term equals Y, win rate equals trade mode. Very good. Very good. Mr. Johnson, what's happening? Reginald said skyhook. that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar joint. That Dr. J. Ken said, he said at least a finger roll. Yeah, Sadiq is right. Right, you go outside, then you get mad if you get complimented. talking about, I don't need you to tell me I look good. I know I look good. Like you in that mode because you in trade mode. I don't need you to tell me what the market's supposed to do. My setup works. This wins 85% of the time. See, you so worried about yourself, meaning you so worried about your trades, you don't even understand that it's the market that is the reason that you're going to win. You don't understand the purpose of you going and looking good and freshening it up is so that other people can appreciate you. Oh boy. Different levels to this. See, when you start to understand it at that level and it starts to click, it starts to make so much more sense. Reality check. Does anybody in your group make as much as you make in the market as yourself? Reality check. That's not really a good question. That's like a pocket question. It's like, who makes more money tomorrow? I don't know how much I have no idea how much money people make. We document and we record, and people are following my training and learning the skill set. You take that and you make as much money as you want to make. And the reason that I'm saying that is because it's more so about how many people are successfully applying the skill set. That's the real question. Not are they making more money than me? I mean, I understand why you're asking, but it's just not a good question to me. And if you want to know other people's results, ask them. You can just ask. Just ask in the group. And what I do specifically is for the NADEX platform. The mindset aspect of it, of course, can be applied in any market, but specifically what I'm doing on this platform, like what you see on the screen now, this is NADEX, and that's what I trade. So I'm not trading anything else. So everything that I teach in the training specifically is designed for the 5-minute binaries on NADEX. And to be honest, if you learn this skill and apply it to this instrument on this platform, you don't need to trade anything else. Just being totally honest with you, because you can position yourself for being at a very high level of financial freedom in just 30 trades. So just, just think about that statement. In 30 trades, you can be financially free in position, and not financially free because of the 30 trades, financially free because of the skill set. 30 trades just put you in position. The skill set is what gets you there and keeps you there. So it's learning the skill set that is the most important thing. And without that, nothing's going to happen. So a lot of times what people will attempt to do, they'll come into the training and they think that they learned everything that they needed to learn. Oh, I got what I needed. And then they'll leave training. And then they'll go off on their own and try to trade the way that they think that I'm trading. And it doesn't work. And they'll lose. And then they'll come back anyway, because they'll realize that it's much more to it. So the training element of it is very layered. Primary part of training is mindset. And that's why I'm trying to shift the question that you ask, because if you're asking that question, then it's like your mindset is already on the wrong thing, because you're worrying about how much money people are making. And I'm not saying that that's all you're worried about, but the question is an indication that that's kind of what your focus is on. Or, well, I want to know who's making money. And it's like, well, people in the group that have acquired the skill are making money. Anybody that has a skill set is making money, period. Another thing, too, I find interesting is that even if I told you how much people were making, it still has nothing to do with you. because what someone else is making and what they're doing is not you. It could be an indication. Yes, I understand that. But that doesn't represent what you're going to do. You might be hard-headed. You might be the type that don't follow instructions, as many people are. And it's so funny. I talk about this like, out in the open because I don't want to discourage people, but I just tell the truth. Most people come into training and don't listen. They don't follow instructions. The first instruction that I give you is to watch 4 videos in a playlist when you come in repeatedly. Most people don't do it. And I'm just being honest. They don't do it. Then they'll get in the market and they'll try to trade and they'll mess up. Then after the fact, they'll come back and be like, damn, I tried to apply your strategy, Mark, but I ended up taking a loss. Well, because for one, I don't have a strategy. The skill set that you're learning is not a strategy at all. See? So just the fact that you're calling it a strategy clearly indicates that you don't know anything about what we're doing yet. But the funny thing is that you think that you know just because you might have watched one of the videos. The first instruction is to watch 4 videos over and over again. And there's a reason for that. You got to work on your mindset. 1, 2, you need to actually understand the process that we're using. You're not going to learn that by watching them once. So what do? We watch them on repeat. The one training that teaches you the process, personally, I've watched over 5,000 times. Me. And it's my training. Listen to what I'm saying. It's me listening to me. So if I'm doing that, why would you think that you don't have to do that if that's what the instruction is? Maybe that's why I trade how I trade. Maybe that's why I focus the way that I do. Does it make sense? Maybe that's why. It's like, okay, I don't understand why he be winning like that. I'm explaining to you why. Because I train like that. Me. But Mark, you don't have to train. Nope. Negative. Why would you think that because you reach a certain level, you don't have to train anymore? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make any sense. I train more than you do. Anyway, I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean to get off track a little bit. But I go into this because people just don't understand, and the questions that they ask just have them totally like just off track. And I try to help you to get on track so that you understand what you have to do even before you get here. Even before you get into training, you need to understand what we do. We train. Rory, these are binary options on NADEX right now that we're looking at. The platform is the NADEX platform. And on the chart, what you're seeing, the horizontal lines, you see the blue lines going across? They represent strike prices of options, binary options. And if you're not familiar with what binaries are, you can go to nadex.com, NADEX.com, check out the site and just like become educated and informed about what the binaries are about. And as you gain a better understanding and more clarity, you'll understand why we love this instrument. We love it. Binary is the best way for you to scale. So, I mean, first of all, look, let me put it in perspective. On this platform, to open up a live account is $250. When we begin trading, we withdraw $150 of that. and leave $100. Meaning we start with $100. One contract is enough, or I should say $100 is enough to get you one contract. And we start at one contract, and then we just consistently profit on each trade, one after the other. And we work our way up by scaling up the size of our trades each time. Now, basically what we're doing is we're putting the entire account on the line every trade. Mark, what'd you say? You heard exactly what I said. Putting the whole account on the line every trade. Mark, that's crazy. That's preposterous. No, it's not. Not when you know what you're doing. When you know what you're doing, it's called confidence. Listen, let me ask you a question. Check this out. Every time you take a trade, there's a possibility of losing, right? So if you could possibly lose on any trade that you take, then why would you be willing to trade at one size on one trade versus not trading at that size on another one? What's the difference? You could lose either one. What gives you the heart to trade with 50 contracts versus trading with one contract? I want you to really think about that. Like, this is a really, really good question just for you to think about. I'm trying to give you food for thought. What would give you the balls to trade with 50 contracts? See? Now, when you can answer that question, that's when you start to elevate. Because you realize that there's no difference between one contract and 50 contracts. There's no difference. The only difference is the number. But when you have a skill set in place and an understanding of the market, every time that you're in the market, you're looking for the same thing. And you're just rinsing and repeating a process. The size of the trade does not make the determination for the trade that you take. Oh, I'm not going to take that one with 50 contracts. I would take it with one. No. The same trade I would take with one, I'm going to take with 50. Any size. I'm willing to put the whole account on the line every trade. All right, let me relax. Let me come back. Pelly said the skill is the freedom, not the money. All the way. Skillions. Yes, indeed. Right. This is exactly what it be sounding like sometimes. Yeah, I want to make sure I'm gonna be a millionaire in 30 days. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, some people really do be thinking like that, and it's just weird. Paley's having access to cash is the freedom, not millions of dollars. Indeed. Parable is 4 videos that are, well, it's actually some of them are public and a couple of them are only available when you sign up for training. But there's 4 videos nevertheless that you're instructed to watch. Reality, I wasn't really asking about pockets. I've only seen videos from you on the page. Was curious about others in your group, and I've been used by other courses online and just wanted to see others win like yourself. I understand. And I wasn't trying to make you feel any kind of way about it. I just wanted to, I did want to bring that point up because people definitely have asked that question, before many times. And it's like, I try to help them to not focus on that. But there are actually plenty of people in the group. One thing that I focus a lot on and that I pride myself on is the videos, the documentation. So it's not just me recording. Like there are so many more now in the group that are recording. As a matter of fact, that's part of the training. Part of the process that you're learning is to record what you're looking at and to record when you trade, because you have to document your journey. You need to document and record the trades that you take so that you can be held accountable by the group and by me. So the one thing that we do that's way different probably than anything that is done in other groups elsewhere is we as a collective hold one another accountable in the group. So you're only seeing me take trades because it's my channel. But everybody in the group is instructed to record. So it's not just people in the group saying, hey, I took this trade, y'all. You know, I won this trade or I won that trade. No. If someone ends up in a trade, there's a recording for it. And of course, it's not everybody, but eventually that's what my goal is, to have everybody in the group doing that and recording every trade. So that way you're documenting as you're building your way to your financial freedom, because that's what's going to happen. You're developing the skill set this way, not just by watching my trades, not just by watching my videos, but by you learning how to record and observe when you're looking at the market. If I know what you're looking at, I can see and hold you accountable for what you're looking at and for what you're doing. This is why it's so important. It's super important. Rory, no, we don't use any indicators at all. No indicators. Maui Jeff says, if you're looking for a trading family that will be honest and will always be available to help, hit the link. 100%. He not lying. He not lying. Yep, no indicators. Paley says, we have one indicator. It's called the market. If I had to describe the one indicator that we do use, I would have to agree. The market itself. Very good. Yeah, but you know, hopefully, and I'm glad that you guys are asking questions. I always welcome questions and all of that type of stuff, because I do want to be able to provide value, you know, whether you join us in training or not. See, that's another thing too. It's like I want to see you just win, period. It's not that I want you to train with us and win, although that would be the smart thing to do. Because one, NADEX is an awesome platform. No issues with withdrawals. US based, regulated by the CFTC and the NFA, right? They've been around since 2009, I believe. Actually, they were around since 2004. They used to be called, I forgot what the name of the company was before it was changed to NADEX, whatever it was called. But anyway, they've been around since 2009, fully regulated US exchange, and they're not a broker. See, you guys are used to Forex, and in Forex, it's brokerage. On NADEX, NADEX is an exchange. They have created their own instruments. Binaries are an instrument available to trade on this platform. There are hundreds of thousands of people currently trading on the platform. So they're not even as big as they're going to be. There's a lot of people right now in Forex, you know, they're used to MT4 and all of that type of stuff. They're going to make their way over to NADEX because the opportunities is greater here. First of all, you can leverage your skill over here. Hold on. Whoa. See, there's a difference between leveraging money and leveraging your skill set. On NADEX, you can leverage your skill set simply by understanding the market and then applying that information to the binaries. Binaries are simple. Look, let me show y'all something real quick. And hopefully this will help you understand why this is exciting. Binary is simple. Watch this. You see this green line I'm putting on the platform? That green line represents an option. It's a line in the sand. Let me remove this box real quick. It's a line in the sand. Now you see where the candles are? Right now there's a candle here. This red candle. The candle is under the line. If you look over here, let me click the ticket so I can open up the ticket and let you see. You see how there's pricing here on the ticket where this red box is? It's showing you the price that you can sell at, right? Now, right now, you can sell this option for $37, meaning that if you were to be correct about the market staying under this green line, when this clock runs out, you're going to earn $37 on the trade. Now, if you're wrong, then you would lose $63. Now, where do these numbers come from? If 37 is what you paid to enter the trade for a sell, the difference between 37 and $100 is what you would be risking on the trade if you're wrong. So look at what happens. Now the clock runs out. You see how the clock keeps going down? There's 2.5 minutes left. If the market stays under the line and you entered at that $37, you're going to make $37 on the contract. All the market has to do is stay under the line when the clock runs out. If you're correct, you're going to earn that money. If you're incorrect, you're going to lose the $63. You see how simple that is? It's just simple. Simple, simple, simple. So what's going to determine if you win or lose? The market. And this is where the confusion comes in, because people will look at this and they'll try to figure out how to place a good trade. Like, oh man, I want a good trade. Yeah, this looks like a good trade. When it has nothing to do with the trade, it has more to do with what the market is doing. See, if you learn how to understand the market's movement, you can consistently be correct about where the market ends when the clock runs out. And as long as you're able to do that consistently, you'll be consistently profitable. And if you're consistently profitable on this platform, you can scale up the size of the contracts. You see? So that one contract that you would start with $100 in your account, right, can keep growing and growing and becoming bigger and bigger as you win your trades. You can just continuously scale up the size of the trades. You can't do that if you're not confident in your ability to understand what the market is doing so that you can win your trades. That's the part that you have to get. See, that's the missing piece right there for just about everybody. Because what people are doing is they're flipping the coin. See, they're flipping the coin. They're just picking a trade. Like, oh, I see price. Oh, I think I'm gonna buy this one. They're looking at the trade, not understanding the market. If you understand the market, that's how you'll be able to consistently win the trades. And that's the key long-term to being profitable. It's simple. See, so trading on the platform is simple as pie. It's not hard at all. What is difficult is learning how to understand the market, or even knowing that that's what you have to do. See, most people don't understand that that's what ultimately determines everything. The market, not the trade that you pick. So that's kind of where, I leave it as far as the simplicity. There's nothing that's more simple than that. Nothing. Forex doesn't beat that. And Forex is great. But what we're capable of doing on this platform with what I just described, it doesn't even come close. You can't take $100 in Forex and scale up the way that you can over here. I'm just saying. Forex, you got to wait for the market to move X amount of pips, right? For your position to close so that once your target is hit, whatever it is, or you're scalping, whatever you're doing, it requires a lot more. Here is a simple decision. Is it going to stay above? Is it going to stay below? You're either right or you're wrong. And it happens fast. These are 5-minute binaries. So you'll know the outcome within less than a minute. Nothing beats that. So that's why I talk about what we're capable of doing on the platform. It's powerful. So hopefully that helps you guys, especially anyone that was asking questions. Hopefully that is helpful. Paley, its opportunity is great over here, but unfortunately, most of the Forex traders are going to lose coming to NADEX unless they make their way to TA first. Very true. Very true. So the opportunity can be great, but if you don't have skill, it doesn't matter. Oh, there it is. It is all facts. It's all facts. Damon, what's going on? Yep, it is all facts. Yeah, so, I try my best to help to guide the people that train with TA and also people that don't train with TA. Because I feel like if you're seeing this information and then you decide not to train, it's like, all right, you got to figure it out now on your own. You got to figure it out. So what I'm saying is still true. Everything I talk about, when I talk about mindset, you have to do that. It doesn't matter whether you train here or not. If you don't develop patience and discipline, you're not going to be able to execute whatever you're doing. I guarantee you that. You don't have patience. I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait. I'm gonna start trading at the money. I'm gonna just flip the coin. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Oh, you guys only make $20? That ain't enough for me. I gotta make at least 40. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. And now you go off on your journey of picking trades and coin flipping. And the journey's not long at all. Another thing that contributes to people blowing out accounts and just losing their steam right away, greed. Don't let somebody win. Let somebody win right now when they took a trade. What they gonna do? No matter what. It don't matter how close the trade was or none of that. If they win that trade, what are they gonna do? Let somebody take it at the money right now and win $50. What they gonna do? Tell me. Tell me what they're gonna do. I love this part. Because everybody know what they're gonna do. What they're gonna do. And it's at the money too? You made 50? That's what they're gonna do. Right there. They're gonna do it again. They're going to do it again. Come on, man. Look what Josh said. Ernest, what's up, man? Josh said they're going to take another trade, then they're going to lose that next trade, and then blow the account trying to catch up. Come on now. Come on now. And it's like, I don't understand why you think that you ain't going to do that. Why do you think it's going to be different for you? You're going to do that. Chasing the bag. Now, I don't like what he was saying. He said he only made, he going to risk 80 to make 20. I didn't like that. Okay. I didn't say that, actually. The risk is not having skill at all. You think the risk is the $80. And then, of course, you got your risk reward warriors, the ones that take the other side of the trades that we take. But they taking the other side of the trade at the wrong time for them, but the right time for us. What do I mean by that? They're gonna do that when the market is stable. Really? Not even understanding that the market is stable. All they understand is that it's good risk reward. Well, I'm only risking 20 to make 80. I'm only gonna risk 20. No. You're gonna give me 20. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna give me 20 because you don't know what you're doing in the market at all. You ain't even looking at the market. You're looking at the trade. You're looking at your risk reward. You don't know what the market is doing. Silly, man. Silly. And this is true too. Look what SG said. So they start taking revenge trades, thinking that they're gonna get back at the market. Market is like the Hulk. When he get mad, he turn green. But it ain't green for you, bro. He turned green, you turn red. He turned green and you in the red. And oh man. Yep, so that's, I mean, like literally, I'm joking around and stuff like that, but what I'm saying is true. It's really what people be doing out here, man. They just be out here losing and then messaging me. Never fails. It never fails. They'll message me, they'll be like, Mark, I want to join, but still not sure. Okay. And it's like they waiting for me to tell them something. I'm like, okay. You want me to help you? I can't really help you, bro. I don't really know what to say. What do you want me to tell you? What do you want me to tell you, man? Oil plays on the call spreads. No, I don't trade oil. Don't really even look at it, to be honest with you. The only thing that I watch is the euro dollar, and the only thing that I trade is these 5-minute binaries on NADEX. That's all I'm into. Aside from that, I just buy Bitcoin every week. Oh, if you didn't check out that, if anybody that didn't check out that podcast, buybitcoineveryweek.com. Check it out. Buybitcoineveryweek.com. Watch it. But yeah, Fernando, that's all I'm into. 5-minute binaries on NADEX. Euro dollar is my market of choice. I think with the 5-minute binaries, they got 7 markets available. if I'm not mistaken, and they're all currency pairs. They don't have any of the indices that you can trade with the 5 minutes. Mm. Yeah, but 100%. Come on now. Come on now, preach. Can't go wrong with holding Bitcoin. Buy Bitcoin or die trying. Oh man. Yep. Yeah, there's some folks out here actually trading Bitcoin. It's crazy. I'm like, you really trading? Nah, bruh. Even if I was leveraging, I would only be buying. I would never sell. Wouldn't sell nothing, bruh. Nothing. I wouldn't sell it. That's just me though. That's just my opinion. It's just my own selfish thoughts. Yeah, but that the on the podcast is a good one though. I do talk about in detail what I know about Bitcoin. I've been following Bitcoin for a while. And yeah, it's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. Oh, Mr. Johnson, you trade Bitcoin every day? Well, if you know what you're doing, of course. I can't say nothing against that. But of course, anytime I talk about it in that light, I'm always referring to people who don't know what they're doing, which is mostly everybody. But the one thing you cannot go wrong with is buying Bitcoin and holding it. That's a fact. That's a fact. Mm. Yeah, but the euro's still looking good. Europe been looking pretty good actually for a while now. For a while. Dun, 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 dun. This definitely gonna stay underneath this line. This candle gonna stay in the box. See now, so when I look at the market this way, even though I know what I'm looking at, and then I can say, yeah, the market is going to do this. It's not even about making a prediction. It's about understanding why. Now, another thing, if you trade when it's not your trade, you are breaking your discipline. And you can't do that. This is another thing that people find themselves doing. They break their discipline. And in the process of doing that, they'll make a mistake at some point, because breaking your discipline means that you're breaking the commitment to what you do. It's just like if you understand something, but then you try to exploit it instead of just allowing it to come to you. Like, does that make sense? Greed would be understanding what you're looking at and continuously trying to take each time instead of just allowing it to come. Does that make sense? It's a terrible habit because it's going to turn into another level at some point. So you do it once, you capitalize, and you're not going to stop. You're going to do it again. That's the problem right there. That's why I never do it to begin with. I stay in the framework of the discipline that I have. Oh, Mark, why didn't you take that trade? Because that's not my trade. That's it. Oh, but you could have took it. No, I couldn't have, because I don't break discipline. This is mindset stuff. See, this mindset that I'm talking about is what keeps you in this game long term. Hold on. This is how you stay 1-0 forever. Meaning that every trade that you end up in, you're going to win it. Because there's no greed involved in that. You're waiting for the market to deliver that trade to you, and then you're not greedy trying to force another one, because that's what it would be if you're trading outside of what your discipline is. You're trying to force a trade. That's greed. Greed does not end well. See, if you maintain discipline, you'll make way more money because you're not going to lose none. You make so much more money not losing than you do by trying to take trades that ain't yours. Jules, man. Jules. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Yep, you don't break discipline, man. Paley's mindset keeps you focused on stability instead of trading in different environments, thinking that you're the best trader ever. Facts. That is a fact. Yep. Keeps you in check so that you don't get ego either. This is another thing about skill development. Skill development requires that you don't have an ego. You can't have an ego with the market. You can't just think like, oh, I ain't gonna lose. I don't never lose. I don't even talk like that. I know better than speak like that. I don't talk like that. Because I know that the market can let anybody have it. So all it takes is for you to slip up. That's all. So instead of doing that, what I'll do is focus on the things that I know will keep me in check so that I never do that. You sometimes you'll hear people say like, oh, I had the urge. Man, the urge was so strong, I had to do it. No. We don't do that. We don't let the urge become that strong where we end up doing something stupid. And there ain't no urge. Look what SG said. Come on now. That's it all day. Respect the market and stay submissive. Come on, man. Could I learn by watching your trade challenges on YouTube? And do you update those challenges yearly? You can learn a great deal by looking at how the market looked in any video that I have posted. Yes. Can you learn specifically what we do that way? I would say probably not, because there's just more to it. And it's not even that there's so much more to it as far as the process goes. It's an overall training. Like the entire training is just set up a certain way. And if you're not in the group, you don't get the same benefit and get the same direction and guidance. So by not being in the group, it's like you're missing out on so much. But yeah, I mean, you can watch any of the challenges, any of the projects. I do update them periodically because I'm always recording. So many times in a different account, I got like multiple accounts. I got an account in my son's name and stuff like that. Also, remember that you can't have more than one account in your name. So, excuse me, for you to have multiple accounts, you would have to have someone in your family open up an account and then use theirs. That type of thing. But anyways, yeah, so when I usually am running a project, I'll do that from time to time, but I'm kind of always doing that. I've been in the middle of recording a project I haven't even released yet. So it's always going on. But the bottom line is that if you don't get into training, it doesn't matter how many challenges or projects you watch, you're not into training with us. So the direction and the guidance that you need to elevate your skill is just not there because you're not inside. You window shopping. So that's primarily what I would say is the difference. But yeah, you can learn a lot from the trade challenges. Absolutely. You can learn a whole lot. Definitely. Jay Carly in the building. Yeah, FOMO is a terrible thing. FOMO is a terrible thing. Fear missing out. Yep. Because you're fear missing out always has you doing something stupid. Always. It never fails. You're going to do something stupid. Oh, I missed that one. Okay. The beauty of understanding the market is that you don't miss anything. Ever. You always know how to recognize stability. How can you miss anything? Can't miss anything. Stability is the reason trades win. Let me repeat that. Stability is the reason trades win. You learn how to recognize that. Oh boy. What time is it? 2 o'clock? Yeah, I think that's about it. Always start getting real sleepy, like in the two-ish, in the twos. Start getting drowsy. Yeah, definitely. Right. Good thing they are recorded. That's a fact. Ooh, this is good. Paley says stability is easy to see but hard to wait for. Get him. That's it. 301 on repeat. Yeah, window shoppers. Yep. Yeah, man. Yeah, just come in the store. Come on in. Jay Carter, the way to overcome trader FOMO is to make sure you're available at the right time. Bingo. Bingo. Understanding when the right time is. Look, she wakes up and she comes on with the flames. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, the 1-a-day challenge was good because it was long. So you kind of got to see like how you can just be consistent for a long ass time. And really just I mean, it was so simple at that time because it kind of just showed you how by slowing things down, things actually speed up even more. I like the projects that came subsequently after that because in the later projects, I started showing you what scaling up looks like starting with one contract and then just building up, building up, building up, trade after trade. You know, Project 21, that's a great series to watch. 21 trades. In 21 trades, account grew from 100 to 40 something hundred. So I think at the time when I did, I forgot which podcast it was, but around that time, Bitcoin was like in the 30,000s, like maybe 40, close to 40,000 at that time. So I was talking about Project 21 and I'm like, yo, Project 21, it was 40, like 42x. In other words, 42 times what you started with. You started with $100, ended up with $4,200 in the account, right? I'm like, yo, that's more than what Bitcoin did in 3 years. If you bought Bitcoin at 1,000, at that time, Bitcoin was like right around 40,000 when I made that video. Like we basically outperformed Bitcoin. What took Bitcoin 3 years to do, we did in 21 trades. 21 trades. Just to put it in perspective. So, like the later projects, I like more so because it shows you the power of scaling on NADEX. It's powerful. Powerful. I think the 1-a-day challenge was 100 and some trades. I forgot the exact number. Project 21 was 21 trades. 42x. Come on, man. There's levels. Ooh, this is hard. Ooh. Come on now. When you can over X something like Bitcoin, you know where you are. Shit. All right. We might have to wrap it up off of that right there. And here's the follow through. Bitcoin got nothing on TA is what Mark is saying. And understand, I love Bitcoin. But I understand the purpose of Bitcoin. Come on now. It's different. This is different. This is different over here. Here's the good night pill right here. Nothing and no one got it over TA. All right, y'all. Good night. I'm out. Peace and love. Thanks for watching.